Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy Shoemanati, aka Chrome, back with another vid. Today on the show, I'll be doing a Q and A for you guys, man. Recently, I went on a social media forum and asked you guys to ask me questions, and I said I would read them loud on the show. So this is that vid. I got about 10 questions from you guys, so I'm going to read them out loud and kind of give you guys a better chance to get a feel of who I am as a shoe reviewer and just as a person. So with that being said, let's get to question number one. Question number one is, who is Shoemanati? Shoemanati is me. I would say that's more of the sneakerhead side, reviewer side of me that recently has come out with me getting bigger on YouTube. Shoemanati is me. Question number two is, how did I choose that name? Ultimately, I ended up choosing that name from a hashtag. I seen a hashtag on Instagram, and I was like, that's dope. I like that. It's different. It stands out. It kind of has that mysteriousness about it, kind of like the Illuminati. So I was like, fuck it, I'm running with Shoemanati. I want to be the global elite when it comes to the kicks. So that's how I chose the name Shoemanati. Question number three is, how long have I been in the sneaker game? I've been in the sneaker game since I was young, because I grew up in the Jordan era. Recently, for a while, I was on it hard when I was younger. Then I got off of it for a while. I would say strong, maybe these last about 2 years. I really got back on the kicks. For a minute, I had got off of it because I just wasn't caring. And then I started needing to get some shoes. And before I know it, I got one pair. Then I got two. And then before you know it, I had 1 through 14 in the J's. So I'll say about 2 years strong. I've been hard in the sneaker game again. All right, question number four. What is your favorite Jordan of all time, model and colorway? I would have to say my favorite Jordan of all time, my favorite Jordan model is probably the 12. But my favorite Jordan model and colorway is probably the He Got Game 13. I don't know what it is about the He Got Game 13. I just love that shoe. I don't know what it is. When I see that on somebody's foot, it just grabs me. Plus, I grew up around the time where I was starting to get a little older. I remember He Got Game when it first came out. I was in love with it. I love it. So I would say Jordan 13, the He Got Game, is probably my favorite colorway and model. All right, let's get to the next question. Question number what? 6? Hype beast or sneakerhead? I would definitely have to say sneakerhead. Nothing about me is hype beast. I don't just make a big deal out of crazy kicks because something new is out. So I definitely would consider myself more of a sneakerhead than a hype beast. Hype beast is almost disrespectful in this sense. All right, question number what? 7. What is Intangible Entertainment, and why do you scream "We Famous" at the end of every video? Intangible Entertainment is my brand. It's a label that me and my brother started when I was 15. That was kind of our brand. That was our thing. That was our label. We would always talk shit and be like, yeah, Intangible Entertainment, we famous, bitch. So when you hear that, it's just kind of me throwing the record label brand out, me keeping my brand alive as far as in music. And that is the purpose of why you hear that. All right, next question said, name your favorite YouTube reviewer in shoes and outside of the shoe community. I would say my favorite reviewer outside of the shoe community would probably be Philip DeFranco. I love the Philly D Show. I'm a big fan of him and his work, and I just like the guy. You can tell he's just a nice guy outside of YouTube. So the Philly D Show would probably be my favorite non-shoe reviewer. And my favorite shoe reviewer, that's hard to say, honestly, because there's a couple different guys that I like that really turn me on to the shoe game, and they kind of some of the reasons I even do reviews. I can't do one. I could say 3, maybe 4 or 5. Between DJ Dales, Tony D. Wow, Scoop 208, Zaya X, Yo Auntie. I would say those would probably be my top 5, man. But if I had to choose 1 or 2, it'd probably be DJ Dales and Tony D. Those was the first guys I watched really when I got into YouTube heavy. So I have to give it to them. They're probably my favorite reviewers. All right, man. Next question, guys. First Jordan ever owned. The first Jordan I ever owned was the Steel 10s. I actually got the Steel 10s when I was young. I remember that. My mother was married at the time to my stepfather. and he had a really good job. And I remember he took us to the mall, and he got me, my older brother, and him a pair of Jordan 10 Steels. And I never forget how they made me feel. I feel like Superman with them on my feet, man. And that made me fall in love with Jordan brand. It really did from that moment. So yeah, the Jordan 10s was my first pair of Jordans ever, the Steels. Steel 10s. All right, next question. Name one thing that you love about the sneaker community. I love about the sneaker community that you can put different people of different walks of life all together, and they all can interact. They can be black, white, Hispanic, Asian. They can be 5, they can be 12, they can be 25, they can be 30, they can be 50. And they can all get together and show love and embrace each other because they all have that common love for sneakers. When it comes to the sneaker community, there's not much bias, racism, or bullshit, because everybody just loves sneakers. And that's what I love about the sneaker community. It can bring people of different lives who might not ever interact together because they all love kicks. When you go into different sneaker events, like when I went to Sneaker and Friends, man, it was so many different people, and everybody was just interacting and just doing sneaker talk and just loving it and enjoying themselves. And you could tell there was no tension because everybody might have been quote unquote different. So that's what I love the most about the sneaker community, the diversity that it brings. All right, guys. And the last question is, name the hottest release that you cannot get right now, or that you do not have. It's 2. It would be the Jumpman Pros. I want a pair of OG Jumpman Pros, man. Anybody who a real sneakerhead, you know what I'm talking about with the Jumpman Pros. I actually had a chance to snag them on eBay for $100, man. And they were damn near dead stock condition, but I just did not have the money at the time to get them, and somebody bid it and got them. And I can no longer find a pair in good condition worth that price. So I cannot get it. I want the bread Jumpman Pros. That's probably the kick that's hard to get. That and the Hair 7s, man. I want the Hair 7s. I know they're supposed to be releasing next year, but for some reason, everybody who got them in the CDP pack, they want at least $400 to $500. And I would rather just wait for the 2015 release. So out of the 2 kicks that's hard for me to get right now, it'd be the Jumpman Pro Breads and the Hair 7s. But I expect to have the Hair 7s when they re-release next year. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my Q&A, man. I want to thank everybody for participating and dropping me those questions, giving me a chance to read them out loud and give you a better feel of who I am as a sneakerhead, man. Please hit this thumbs up on this vid if you like what I'm doing. I appreciate you taking your time out today to enjoy this vlog, man. This is Shoemanati. We are the enlightened ones, and we gonna keep it moving, guys. Shout outs, man. I want to give a shout out to my man, Gary Davis. Shout out to Scoop 208. Shout out to Tony D. Wow. Shout out to Dales. Shout out to Rap My Kicks. Who else, man? Shout out to Project Roach. Shout out to Zilla. Shout out to Jersey D. Shout out to Red Feather Gotti. So many different people I just want to show love to, man. Shout out to everybody who stopped by the page, support the channel, support what I'm doing, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. More vids is on the way. I got a detailed review of the Sport 3. I got a Yeezy fix coming. I got more vlogs. A lot more shit coming, guys. I got a Louboutin review pickup and pre-show coming, you bitch. So you guys look out for that, man. And stay tuned, man. More dope shit is on the way. And until then, you know how we do around this time, man. It's grown, and I approve this message. Intangible Entertainment. We famous, bitch. It's grown. I'm gone.